you've started dating, but the person that you're dating is a little bit unsure about things. I'm not really sure about that. I'm not really sure what I want out of life. Yeah, dudes, if you're late to mid 30s, 40s, and up, if you haven't figured out what you want by now, time is ticking. Hi, my name is Jenna, and I'm a boundary coach. I help you set your boundaries, protect your peace, and I help you do that without the guilt. Now, we were diving into dating apps, and let's just assume that you have matched with someone, you've been going on a couple of dates, you're getting to know someone. Congratulations if you are. You're maybe at the start of something beautiful. But if you've started to notice that when you're asking questions about marriage, children, travel, moving house, like all the big things, you're not saying you want all that right now, but you're absolutely trying to get a lay of the land. Does this person want the same thing as I do? Are we politically aligned? Are we aligned in faith in the spiritual world? Are we aligned in that we both want to explore the possibility of children, owning our own home one day, traveling the world together? These are big things. And as you get into your late to mid 30s and up from there, these are perfectly valid questions to ask. If you've been married before, they're even more valid, because if you've walked away from a marriage that hasn't worked, you absolutely have a sense of what it is that you want and absolutely have a sense of what you don't want. Now, the thing is, change is linear. Everything's about growth, and everything moves, and we change, and we go through cycles every few years, and the things we want now, we might not necessarily want in 5 years. But it is perfectly okay to establish very early on that you want to have that conversation. And if somebody doesn't want to meet you where you're at and have the conversation about down the line in the future, you don't need to put a timeline on that. You don't need to be saying, I need to know in 5 years. That's kind of, controlling. But it's okay to set the boundary that actually, if we go on by our third date, I would really like us to have a conversation about where you see this going, and not necessarily with me, but what do you want out of life? And fellas, lassies, if you haven't figured out what you want by the time you're 40, then what are you doing messing about with somebody that's genuinely trying to find a bit of happiness in their life? Step back, give them space. And if that is not for you, if you don't want to have that conversation, then the other person needs to absolutely be saying, I'm sorry, but I need a wee bit more clarity going forward, because I want to build a home and a life and travel with someone and have a good life. So I'm going to take a step back and give myself a chance to meet somebody who is aligned with my values and wants the same things I do, or at least has potential to want the same things I do. Get shot of them. Protect your peace, because your body remembers.